I met with German storyteller RSommer to see how fairy tales have changed since the first Brothers Grimm book was published over 200 years ago.
They have changed within the time of the Grimms. I mean, if you look at the first tales, they're collected and were small, sometimes only fragments. And they made stories out of it. I mean, William was the poet, you know. He looked into a tale and he thought, oh, that would be nice to have a wonderful beginning and some adventures during the time the heroine or the hero is wandering around, and then a nice ending. So they already changed a lot between 1812 and 1857. And I think each storyteller adds a bit of his or her to the tale. So they are changing constantly. And although I think we older ones tend to leave them the beginning, the end, and the middle part quiet by itself. Although I heard the other day a kid, a 12-year-old, who changed totally the ending, and I was enchanted by that.
Stories change in time, as do the people telling them. Regina tells us why these tales continue to be culturally important.
Because they contain something of the mentality of a people. So if you go and look at the Grimms, although they collected from different countries and they didn't get it from the common people, that is a legend, they took stories from Italy, they took stories from Scotland, France, but they transcribed them to make them German-like, and they put them all somewhere into the forest. So those wonder tales, they always have a part where the heroine or the hero is in a forest, and Germany was full of forest. And at the same time, it's like, I think, a mentality of the German people to look for answers by themselves. And so going into the woods is a metaphor with us to go somewhere to look for answers for yourself. So as soon as you find the solution, or you came to a decision in the forest, then a helper appears. And if you look at French stories, for instance, they're much lighter, you know. They say, oh, c'est la vie, hein? Comme il fait, ça fait rien. And then they always have a little fairy on their shoulder. You know, if you have a fairy on your shoulder, you can say it's much more easy than if you have to go into the dark forest. So I think, yes, they contain the mentality of the people, and so you can learn, if you go somewhere else, through stories, what are the people like? What do they like to do? What do they find humorous? What they find threatening? And so it's a help.